1581 877-247-1581.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logo designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Out-of-date carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleburne, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleburne, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they got you covered.
You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
Oh man, good evening everyone. I'm dying already, y'all. Ashleigh, can you say something? Because I don't think I can hear you. Because I could hear you a minute ago, but now I can't hear you. Hold on. All right, I cannot hear Ash. Let me see here what's going on.
It says
Okay, we're
you.
good. Okay, I got you, girl. I can hear you. Okay.
Oh, you can hear me now? You muted me. So
I did not. Somebody did. Okay. Welcome to No Judgment here. And this is what's hysterical. Really fast. Okay. Ashleigh is here and we got a lot to talk about, I think. But so this show, No Judgment here, I've been on the radio now for 3.5 years, which is really crazy. But normally I have guests come on and I get to hear. I'm really honored to be able to hear their stories, and people trusting me with their journeys. Very personal, very transparent, very raw and real. Whether they're still going through a journey or whether they have moved out of it and everything is all good. Today, Ashleigh and I are taking our masks off. There's a whole nother side to me that you guys have no idea. Like, I don't even know if Tiffany, the radio show producer, is even she might kick me out of here. I don't know. But so we are sort of semi premiering or introducing our podcast that we're going to be having in the future. We haven't got everything all together yet, but we just decided, let's just tell everybody all about it. And when I say take off our masks, I mean, I don't have to be the serious person. I can just be who I am. And Ashleigh and I were actually talking about how we were a little nervy coming on to be ourselves.
I was nervous.
Yeah, a little nervous. How the heck did this happen anyway?
No, I think we just iced each other. Like we just saw each other, and to see each other just made us want other people to see us for some reason.
Exactly. And here's what's really weird is Ashleigh and I were together 100 years ago. It's been a while, and you look super cute. Of course, she's dressed all cute for the moment, and I decided to go hardcore. I went worked out, and then I came in like this. I looked like crap.
Well,
I decided, you know what?
okay.
I tried to come in here looking all cute, and I decided,
Listen, for one, I can't see the size of an ant on my screen. And secondly, I'm wearing sweat front. This is like business at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Business
I'm
at the top,
with
party at the
my emotional support pillow.
I love it. So the name of our podcast that AI gave us, which was amazing, is The Odd Squad. It's a safe place to be your true, authentic self, or something like that. And what we wanted to do was just to legit come on here, be ourselves. We're both sort of, and what's really weird is how we saw each other, which we hadn't seen each other in like years. I can't even remember. But we decided to go and have lunch, and then we were still sort of, hey, how's it going? How you been? La la la. And the next thing you know, we broke out of our shells and we're like, dude, this is how I really am. And if you guys could read or see some of our texts or our Ashleigh does video messages and audio messages, which audio is really, really super easy. But I'm just going to be super transparent. This is how we're almost like one person. How close we are. Definitely not close in age, but really close in who we are and whatnot. But this is how weird we are. I'm just gonna go on out there. I've been working out a lot, and people that follow me on YouTube know that I'm training to run the half marathon, not this coming Saturday, but the next in the Cowtown. And I don't know what in the heck happened, but like I was working out for quite a while. Everything was fine. And then I go to the gym and I work out, and all of a sudden I'm like, dude, I think I smell like mashed potatoes, bro. So for real, like I was in the gym thinking, I think I smell like mashed potatoes, like when I perspire. So I went to the doctor. And I told the doctor, all right, I don't know if anybody's ever come in and told you this, but I think I have a problem. And she was like, what's going on? I said, I don't know if it's menopause, if it's what it is, if it's my COVID nose, because like I had COVID almost a year ago, and it's like I can smell some things, I can't smell other things. Taste, I can't really taste a lot of things, but some things I can. Sometimes the smell will come in and out. But for the most part, I cannot smell. And so I was like, "So I have an issue?" And she's like, "What's going on?" I said, "I don't know. I think when I perspire now, I think I smell like mashed potatoes." And my doctor busted out laughing. She goes, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "No, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I know that's the weirdest thing. Has anybody ever told you smell that they feel like they smell like mashed potatoes?" And she said, no, no one's ever told me that." So she leaves, and then I'm texting Ashleigh, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm at the doctor's office, and I just told the doctor that I think when I perspire, I smell like mashed potatoes." And I can only imagine what you were doing on the receiving end, Ashleigh. And then I said, "But without gravy."
Yeah. Well, that was my first thought was like, within that, or like loaded or not loaded. Like, is there a hint of bacon in there? Chives, cheese. But weird to me. It was just like, that was my first thought. Like, what kind of mashed potato? Just plain? What is, then it was, I didn't say gravy because I thought, like, what is gravy and smell? Honestly, does gravy have a smell?
So what's hysterical is that your first thought was, well, was it a loaded baked potato? So this is kind of what we're talking about is we're just two very odd people. And that's why I love the name, the Squad, because we decided that we were going to come out and just be who we are. And I think what was really kind of funny is it really when you texted, I'm a little nervous. I was thinking, I'm a little nervy too. And what's weird is, how weird is it that we were nervous to come on to be ourselves? Like, why do you think that is? Why do you think that
Yeah.
we were nervous just to come on to be ourselves?
I thought about that before I texted you and said, am I nervous to be myself? But this is why I wanted to do this, is I feel like there's a lot of people who probably don't feel like they're allowed to be themselves just all. I feel like we do. We put on different masks or faces for different environments. You know what I mean? And a few years to just integrate all of, like, in all of my affairs, if possible, because I won't. But there's still a part of me that's just ingrained, conditioned. I mean, probably since we were little. Like I was gonna, one of my first questions: when is the first time you remember being like weird, basically, or it happened for you? Because I know for me, I remember I noticed young age grade that I might be a little bit different and fit in, and it like haunted me for a long time, and that's when I started trying to just fit in, and I really was for a long time, because I wanted to have friends,
Yes.
be accepted, I guess.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I mean, I can remember when I knew that I was different, and I'm gonna take a sip. Hold on. So, and here's what's stupid and weird is, like, I was in 7th grade and I tried out for cheerleader, and when I was trying out for 8th grade to be a cheerleader in 8th grade. And when I tried out, I had really long hair. My hair was past my waist. I think I may have shared this with you, but I'll share with everybody. And so I went ahead but here's what I knew. This is how weird it is that I knew that if I cut my hair the way I knew I was going to cut it over the summer, then I probably wouldn't be voted in, which is either in my mind or what I think that society or my peers kind of were all into at the time. Like I knew they were all into cheerleaders with really long hair and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep my hair. I'm going to try out. Not that I knew that I was guaranteed a spot or anything, but I had the gymnastics ability. Even though I was an introvert, I wanted to cheer. So regardless of being an introvert and being scared to death, I decided I want to try out because we had to try out in front of the whole middle school body and they voted for us. I still wanted to, it was something that I wanted to do. So I was very strong-willed in wanting to do that. And I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just try out. Well, I tried out in front of the whole school and felt like an idiot running out. Hey, let's everybody cheer. Come on, let's go. I just felt like, oh my God, these people probably look at me like I'm some idiot, but whatever. That was what we were supposed to do. And did all my gymnastics, blah, blah, blah. They took a vote. And so I made it to cheerleader. And then for the next year. And so then that summer I decided, well, I want to cut my hair. And I cut my hair super short. And then I came back to school in 8th grade and everybody's like, hey, what happened to your hair? And in my mind, I'm thinking, I knew it, you know, again, I don't know for sure, but it's like, what'd you do to your hair? But I was the only cheerleader with super short hair. And then even in my high school years, I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in with the freaks. I mean, I loved all people, but I didn't fit in with that group. I didn't fit in with the popular people. I didn't fit in with the cheerleaders. I didn't fit in. I just did not fit in. And I knew I was awkward, but I also didn't try to fit in. Like I didn't want to, I was just quiet. I decided I don't want to be like them. So I'm not going to talk like that, or I'm not going to be a certain way to try to fit in. I guess I just won't fit in. I even went as far as shaving the side of my hair in 11th grade and had it dyed purple. The shaved part was purple while the other side was like long, like it was kind of shaved around my neck and then my hair was long. And I knew it was going to catch crap, but I didn't care. I don't know. I'm just felt.
You were like, you were more of a loner.
Yes.
So was I. I understand that.
Yeah. And just didn't really have a lot of girlfriends. I was, had a lot of guy friends. I guess because guys don't really judge you like a girl does, you know? I mean, guys have their own sort of ways of looking at you. If they want to look at you a certain way, like if you're a piece of meat or whatever, then they will. But I certainly know that they didn't look at me that way, especially with that effed up hair. Freaking what's but I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. But so I just knew that they weren't looking at me that way. So I knew I was safe. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, younger, like we're talking, you know, middle school, high school, everybody's, you're not really you're not grown up yet. So my issue has been up. You know, like why haven't I who I am? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Hey, really quick, and since we're not, I'm just so glad that I'm not scripted or anything. Joko says, Ashleigh, can you turn your phone sideways? That works better visually.
Yeah.
And also,
I was trying, but then it looked so weird on my end. I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. Cause see that is that what it looks like on your end?
Yeah, I see lips.
That's
no,
it?
I don't know. Does that look right, peoples? There we go, I think. Oh, no.
Let me just see my whole face. Cause all I can see is like
it's like super skinny.
super skinny.
Okay, so the other saying, can you zoom out? Are you zoomed in? Can you zoom out? Also, is her mic cutting in and out because something's happening? Like I can hear you sometimes, and it's kind of in and out, in and out, in and out. It is. Okay. Hi, there's your house. That's
chair.
Okay, can you just try to? I was gonna say, can you try to be normal? Can you unplug your?
Is this better?
But can you take your earplugs and all that junk out and just see if you can just not have the mic I know I said to put earphones in. There's your hand. See, guys,
Okay.
this is what I'm talking about.
Can,
Okay, okay, I think that's good.
can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I
Yes. Can you hear me?
hear you, but
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's better. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh yes, and people's everywhere are saying that the mic was cutting in and out. So now you're better.
well, you know what? These are from like the very first iPhone 15 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. Whichever
I see
this
that.
these 3 or 4 phones ago, I had to dig them out of the. So glad I did that.
I'm sorry. Okay, so not super fast because we got like a long time. But one of the things that I love about Ashleigh, she was actually on one of my shows before, and we were discussing her sobriety. And Ashleigh, you've been sober now how long?
I've been sober for
How long? It's cut out.
1,007 days.
1,007
this
days.
May.
3 years in May. And I saw
Yeah.
her post like 3 years ago, I guess.
Mhm.
And I decided after a couple of not so great moments. I mean, we discussed this when you were on my show, but having an addictive sort of personality and also having a dad whom I love so much, who's no longer here, but who was an alcoholic, and I think I might have had some of his tendencies because I just knew that things were becoming an issue after we lost Ben. Mike and I lost Ben. It's either that or I guess my thought was if you're not drinking to get drunk, why drink? And I think that might be an alcoholic mindset. I don't know. I've never gone to any kind of anything, but every weekend I just looked forward to drinking my pain and grief away after we lost Ben. And I really looked forward to the weekends. I mean, I didn't drink all during the week and all that stuff. But oh, okay. It says that's better on the video, but the mic is cutting in and out. But I just knew for myself that it was becoming a problem after I had like 2 blackout weekends. Actually, I think it was 3. And then I started thinking, this is not good. So I just stopped. But it'll be 2 years for me, February 15th, that I am alcohol free. And I'm so happy.
That's awesome.
Aren't you so happy for me, boo?
February 15th, like this week, it'll be 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Wednesday.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the 14th, Wednesday. 2 years.
Oh. How do you feel?
Yeah. I feel good. I'm so happy. I do feel though that I don't know what to do with myself when I go somewhere like to a party or to that's why I don't go to very many places. Actually, that might be part of it, but the other part is also that I already have my mind made up that I'm probably not going to go, but sometimes I'll say I might go. Already knowing that I'm not going, but I
Because you never know. Get a wild hair. You really might.
I
But probably
really
not.
might. Exactly. I really might go, but I'm probably not going to go. Yeah. It would be a real wild hair. Just like we were talking about the other night, we talked about getting ready, and there was a meme or something of if you're 50 plus years old and this is what it looks like when you're getting ready to go out, and this dude was getting all ready, and then the next picture was he was on the couch under the covers or something. Like when I get home, I'm already thinking couch and covers.
Yeah. 100. No bra.
Yeah.
Period.
Let it all hang out.
I mean, that's it. Done. And then now. And then for the
Yes.
night
Yes.
and a whole weekend.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, how do you feel?
I feel very, very grateful.
Mm.
I do. I feel that I am still sober
Mm.
because life before was hard. I mean, it
Mhm.
was, my life was a mess. It was a complete and utter just years and years of just fumbling the bag over and over. And then I got sober and I was like, oh my gosh, hope life could be good again, or could be good,
Mhm.
maybe for the first time. So good. And it was so good. But then life starts happening, and I was faced with challenges that are just part of life. A lot of people go through, but facing those challenges, being sober through them, was a whole new type of it's very rewarding in the end, but that I that feels hard. Like,
Yeah.
and you know, there's been some very, I talked about last time I was on, probably not in depth, but last summer, super like the sickest I've ever been. It was awful. Like month. I'm still recovering, honestly. And this was last
Mhm.
August,
Mhm.
and it put me in. I mean, it really knocked me. I ended up losing sick for literally months and months and months, and just all of these things. I was drowning.
Right.
Oh, I was, and then I experienced a true heartbreak, and I didn't want to feel those things. Like, to self medicate.
Mhm.
I really did, but I didn't. Set with those feelings, and I let them feel. I let myself easy. It was not
Right.
easy by any means, but I didn't, and that's a miracle to me. Like, that is just straight up, that I could overcome the thing out, um, without just totally relapsing, or
Yeah.
or taking that first drink, because I know if I take one sip of alcohol, like, it's over. Like, there's
Yeah.
gonna be no. That's just something that I learned, finally, and that's what, some sober, is remembering
Yeah.
that, and and on life's terms, sober. So long. It's a long answer to say I feel really grateful, that I'm a person, because I've been sober, and
Right.
I feel like I'm
Yeah, you know what?
growing in a lot of.
I think too that next time we do this, do you have a laptop?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's still kind of cutting out, and I don't want people to miss your story, but that's not what I was thinking, but that just came out. But I don't know why. I don't know why it's cutting out. Let's see. What did they say? The feedback down, basically. Wait, what did it say? Try not to move around too much and turn your volume down a little to hear Tish. Maybe that will help. The feedback. Girl, we're going to commercial. But we're going to be gone for about a minute, and then we hop back on. I hate that it's still cutting in and out, but we're going to commercial. You're going to hear my music when we come back on. Okay, so I'm going to mute us.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
All right, we are back. Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 24/7 on the TuneIn Radio Network. TuneInJoco.com is the place to find all the ways to listen and watch, and the station app is also available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store. Check out our lineup and more at JocoCommunityRadio.com. This episode and more is brought to you by Next Level Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep at 844-TEXHAIL. That's 844-839-4245. And do not forget to dress those arms and more at thetiffy.com. All right, we're back. I'm going to give a couple of shout outs really fast before I have Ashleigh join me. So on the YouTube channel, if you guys are joining, I see a lot of my friends on here. You are welcome to put a because I certainly appreciate your support, but you are welcome to put a description of your channel there in the chat. So I want to say hello to you guys. Kickapoo Crafty Cat is in the house. Piggy's Piddles is here. Let me see who else. Eileen, welcome to my kitchen. She has a really cool cookbook. Eileen, if you want to put that link in there, you're more than welcome to do that. Let's see. She has a great cooking channel too. Full Blown Country is here. Check him out. He's got a pretty cool channel. That's Pooch. I'm scrolling down. Treasure Hunter is in the house. Thank you, Neil, for being here. Let me see really quick who else. Okay. Hiking with Jackie Boy is in the house. He says, hello, everybody. I am so glad that you're here. Little Ridge Farm, thank you for liking and sharing. You're the best. And Scout Inquirer, she is here. Big hugs from New York. She says, hello. What else? If I miss anybody, I apologize. But again, put the description of your channel in the feed, and you guys go check out these channels that are there. I really appreciate that. All right, we're back. Are you on your laptop now? Okay, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you on laptop now?
Okay. Well, no. Technically, you're here on my quest to join on my laptop. It's not going to be. Try it.
Okay,
But you have
listen.
to let me
hold on,
in,
let me
and then there'll be screen. But I like this because I can see people's.
Their comments and jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see here. And for anybody that's listening and can't see, we are we're trying to get Ashleigh to where she's not cutting in and out. And what is
Do you know I
this?
ordered a microphone?
You
and it was supposed to
did?
be here like podcast. And it was supposed to be here. Oh,
Is that you or what's happening?
check me out.
There's two
Just
people.
keep it like this for the rest of the. So we can see.
Okay, we're waiting. There's some feedback or some kind of jazz.
Is that better?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is. But there's a little bit of echo.
Then I'm going to leave here.
Okay.
Now.
Oh my goodness.
Is this did this just solve everything?
It did.
Let me move my way.
I hear myself for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's a little bit of echo. But nope, I think it's good. Okay. Good. Okay, peoples. Now it's the second half of the show, and now you're really going to get to hear all the things. I'm so excited. So we were talking about after you being sober now and myself being alcohol free. It really did for me sort of clarify some things, and look how old, like it seems like, well, I hate to say look how old, but I think we're ever evolving. And so, I mean, I'm not the same person that I was last year. I clearly would not have come on to try to be, or actually to not try to be, but to be myself, to allow myself to come on and just be myself. I certainly would not have done that last year. But I think it's just been some work on myself. And I do want to thank my daughter Caroline as well as you, Ashleigh, because I think coming out and having the peoples that understand who you really are, like, will allow you without judgment to be your true authentic self and to really understand and get you. Like Caroline, we were talking about this yesterday, and Caroline said yesterday, Mom, I really am not looking forward to, because we were talking about death and stuff. She said, I'm really not looking, I don't think anybody looks forward to their parent dying, but she said, I really don't know how I'm going to handle life when you die. Because honestly, there is nobody in this world that truly gets me except for you. She said, you get it because of my anxiety. You understand panic attacks. You understand depression, and sometimes not even our significant others can relate, or if they haven't gone through that, they just don't understand. And she said, I don't know what I'm going to do. But she said, the one thing that I do know is she said, the one thing that I hope I'd hang on to is that you made it after you lost your mom. And so I know that if you can do it, then I can do it. And I was like, oh, you've got this. Like, you can so do it. But I do understand, like, not being understood fully by someone. And I really am grateful, Ashleigh, for you and for Caroline. And I feel free. Do you?
I'm starting to. I realized that I became really, really good at, and I think you are also really, really good at this. I became really great at providing a safe space for people,
Mhm.
just always. And maybe it's because that first experience I mentioned, like from kindergarten, first grade, whatever that was, of being so misunderstood and
Mhm.
feeling rejected, probably paired with childhood trauma and other things like that, just became really good at wanting to give a safe space to other people so that they could feel understood. And I think it's kind of selfish sometimes, because I feel like I did that because I wanted to be understood so badly, if that makes sense. But what I'm
It
realizing,
does.
yeah, I'm realizing though that somebody's going to get you. So I say this for people that are listening, like, if you are feeling misunderstood or feeling like you don't fit in or feeling like nobody gets you or feeling like I'm a weirdo, like, your people are out there. They're
Yeah.
out somewhere,
And
you
we
know?
might be your peoples.
We might be your people.
But yeah, I think that exactly what you said. I think a lot of it is the trauma. I think a lot of it is we didn't want any or do not want anyone else to feel the way that we feel, which is not accepted for who we really are. So we are really good at being a chameleon and being who you want us to be, um, so that you feel accepted, because we don't want you to feel unaccepted. And I think that uh, when people say, I don't know who I am, or I used to think that was so idiotic, if I'm being honest, and I am. I used to think that's so dumb. How do you not know who you are? But lo and behold, here I am, a person that's like, bro, I am just now, and I got one foot in the grave, dude. Like, I'm just now figuring out who I am. Like, oh my God, it's okay for me to be myself. Like,
Mhm.
it's okay for me to be the weird, authentic person that I have been in high school, in middle school, and now I'm out, and now I can tell my doctor that when I sweat, I feel like I smell like mashed potatoes, bro, and she's gonna be like, either laugh or say, "Get out," and I don't care. But when does it become a point where when you don't care straight jacket. Exactly.
Or, uh, kidding.
For those of you that can't 'cause you see Ashleigh's pretending like she's in a straight jacket. We talked about that. I
I
don't
mean,
know, how would you do in a straight
that
jacket?
I can't say I haven't been in one, so
How did that feel?
no, I really haven't, but
Oh,
I could have. I have been to, when I was younger, I was admitted to a, uh, mental institution.
mhm.
Wasn't planning on sharing that this evening, but hey, we're just being honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I
And
got sober, and a long, long time ago. Yeah.
hmm.
Mhm.
But I legit was wondering, like, would that be comfortable or, like, how that would really feel?
Yeah, well, even just, I mean, you
Not to minimize you being in the but you
can
know how my mind is.
practice a whole lot of self-love that way, you know?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
lots of self-hugs.
I just love myself so much.
One big permanent hug.
If y'all can see her. She's pretending like she's in a straight jacket, just giving herself all kinds of loves.
Yeah, it's
Oh
just
my gosh, that's hysterical. But I think, now I am sorry for any person that I saw ever in my life and thinking or if they said, "I'm really trying to figure myself out," or, "I'm trying to find myself," that I thought, "You're dumb." Even though you couldn't hear my thoughts, I apologize. Because I feel like that. Like, I feel like sometimes, wow, I finally have figured this crap out maybe for this year.
man, I think I'm the opposite.
Really?
Like
I
of
mean, I haven't figured it all out, but I'm trying.
no,
I'm on my way.
no, I haven't figured it all out. I mean, in thinking that other people when they said I feel like I feel like there's so many people that maybe they really don't know who they are, but I think they do because they're confident.
Right.
Because you know what I mean? Like, I thought everybody else did know who they were. I'm like,
Right.
these people just so normal, just can like have normal chit chat, like how's the weather, like that kind of stuff. It 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 does something to my brain where I'm like, why are we talking about like why do we go through these pleasantries?
Right.
Well, it maybe and we've talked about this too, like, we both have a very deep side too, it's like everything has a meaning, like, and it just to me, I'm like, "What?" It doesn't seem productive, it's boring, you
Mhm.
know, that kinda thing.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
because that's just what we do, we mask and we go through the motions. Ugh.
I know. I wonder if anybody else that's listening ever hi, Steve C. If
Somebody
anybody else,
okay.
you guys can put it in the comments, that if you feel like right now, I know this is gonna be very, a kind of vulnerable moment or transparent or both, but if you feel like I think sometimes maybe even okay, well, let me finish my question. If you feel like you're not being your true, authentic self, who you really are, saying what you really want to say, being who you really want to be, wearing what you like, designer bags, designer clothes. And I don't know if it's an old people's thing because, like, I used to see old people like in places, and I think, as a younger person, I would think, why the hell are you wearing that? That's not
Mhm.
cute. And now I'm to the point where I can go work out, and here I am sliding into this premiere of an introductory of a podcast, and people are going to say, okay, Beauty and the Beast.
No. No. No, don't say
No,
that.
I don't. I'm joking. Because I mean, I love myself, but I was like, here's Ashley's all cute, and I'm like sweating, and it's okay. But
You want me to,
most
like, mess my hair
people
up?
is the same.
You
No,
know,
you look cute,
put you know, I don't know.
girl. You could never look not cute. Um, but and we also have someone that had mentioned that I feel we learn new things about ourselves all the time. That's
Yeah,
true.
I agree. Yeah, you mentioned of like we're ever evolving. I didn't used to think up until I got sober.
Mhm.
Everything changed once I got sober, and I realized that things didn't have to be the way they had been. Then
Mhm.
I adopted this mindset of, yeah, like things can change and I can just evolve and just keep getting better and better and learning and healing, but it's not linear. I can tell you
Right.
that. Would you
Right.
agree? It's
I
like a
totally agree.
graph of mountains,
Completely.
you
I
know?
wonder when we're gonna reach that peak if we ever do. Do you I don't know. Are we ever
I
gonna
don't
reach the peak?
when
Or
we die.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be because it just has to be. There's gotta be a
So do
balance.
you ever think so because of that, so Caroline and I were talking, and we were talking about, and gosh, I know we only have 10 minutes, but, and then we gotta let people know is when we're gonna be coming back on, and, like, right now, we don't know anything. We just decided we were just gonna premiere our podcast, but Caroline and I were talking about, I had watched a show, it was on Netflix, I can't remember, but it really made me dive deep into my psyche, which is a scary place for me. Like I'd never been that deep before ever. And um it was so deep that my mindset was everything is pointless. Everything is pointless. There's no point. And so I had gotten so deep into that. I mean, literally had to get on my knees and like days later, probably a couple weeks later, that I really had to get on my knees and pray, God help me because I'm losing it, like legit losing it. But it got to the point where I was just drinking water and not eating. I lost so much weight. And then I was going to buy some things to decorate my porch for Halloween. And literally, it was really outer body outer worldly experience because I thought, who cares if I put this pumpkin on my who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna see it. Why am I even buying it? And then I'm like, I had this really clear, vivid picture of everybody's faces. Like when I would go places, it was kind of like wah 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 wah. Like I could see everything clear, but everything was pointless. And I got really afraid. It was Squid Games that I saw. I saw Squid Games. And like people are pawns and we're just living on this planet. And for what? Do you ever think that? So I guess my question is all that to say was like I get to the point where sometimes I don't really care. I don't care what I look like. I don't really care what people think. I'm gonna say what I want to say, but I'm gonna say it in a polite way, and people may not take it the right way. But do you ever get? Is there a point where not caring becomes disrespectful, or you don't care about yourself anymore, like the way I look, or do you know?
Man, yeah, I know what you're saying, and I can relate for sure. I think it's what I'm hearing you say is like, what mm, just how do you even put that?
I don't know.
I feel like when I start to get to that point, I'm like, "Okay, reel it in, reel it," you know what I mean?
Mhm,
Because I
mhm,
feel like there is a dangerous level of, um, that you could reach or that I could reach, that anyone could reach of
mhm,
and I don't know, just because of experiencing depression and,
mhm,
mental illness,
mhm.
but because our minds are always going, at least mine is,
Yeah.
I have to tell myself to put the book down sometimes
Mhm.
because I will just keep reading.
Yeah.
It's really time to just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Start fresh tomorrow, you know? I'll just reel it back, just reel it back.
Exactly, and I mean, you're so right when it comes to, um, we really have to and I mean, the world or people that might feel this way, and I get to a point sometimes where I'm like, I just don't care about anything, but then that gets to be a point where I really don't care about anything. I don't care about myself, I don't care about the way I look, I don't care about what people think, which is also kind of a good thing. I mean, there's 2 sides of that. You don't care what people think, but um, are there 2 sides to that?
I mean, I think somebody in the comments said, "What's the point other than, the legacy you leave behind?" And that to me is brings it what that made me think is always remembering why you're doing something. Like, what making sure that we have a mission here,
Mhm,
a purpose,
mhm,
trying to find one, because I feel like when we get to that point, that probably is an indicator of something's kinda out of alignment with us,
mhm,
whether it's I know I just have am coming out of a season of depression, honestly,
mhm,
if I'm not still in it a little.
mhm.
Um, but I and when we get to places like that, like what you're describing, I feel like that's probably one of those times, like, whether it's depression or whatever it is, it's like, "Okay, let me let me get back to home base," you know,
Right, right.
and find purpose again.
Yes.
Because that's
You just
not
have to pull yourself out of it. I mean, and I had to pull myself out because I was telling Caroline, I got very scared because
Mhm,
I knew what was happening, and I knew what I was thinking, and I knew how I was feeling,
mhm,
not eating, not really caring, and when she saw me again, she was like, "Oh my gosh, mom, you're so skinny." I was like, "I gotta tell you something. This is what's going on." And
mhm,
yes, I had to go back to, trying to figure out what is my purpose here? Like, God has blessed us with this gift of life, and if I go down the dark path, I lose all focus and concept of purpose and the gift of life. I start deciding that, and I think it's really, the enemy getting a hold of my head, and just making me feel like nothing matters. Nothing matters. And that could even go further into, um, not wanting to be here anymore, you know. But so we have about 5 minutes left, and we just wanted to. I'm so glad we're doing this. This is going to be so awesome.
Oh my gosh, are you really?
Yeah, are you not?
I mean, I'm excited. Yeah, I was nervous, but I feel like we're gonna get into a groove.
We are going to get into a
We're gonna
groove.
get into a groove.
We will, and we'll have like stuff to other stuff to talk about. But we looky, me and you just got invited to be on a show.
Ooh, kind of
Let's
show.
go.
Kind of show.
We'll be on a show.
Can I wear a straight jacket?
You might not have any kind of ratings if
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel. We're gonna have to talk about this after the show. I don't know how I feel about being this. I know this is the whole reason we're doing this, but
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna have after show anxiety of like, what did I just do?
No, good. We're good.
Yeah, just
We obviously must be doing some good because we just got invited to be on a show. Like,
true. Okay.
isn't that cool? Like to be ourselves, and then like somebody's like, "Hey, come on my show."
Positivity toolbox. Heck yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways,
Okay. Sorry.
we're coming. We're going to be on it, and she's Maverick, and I'm Goose.
Dang it! I was gonna say. I have one last question for you. Who is piloting this?
You are.
Who is the boss?
You the boss.
Nope. Not
We
I.
the boss. We the
Not it.
boss. We the
Yeah,
boss.
we are. We're co-pilots.
Yeah, we are. We don't have a pilot. Do we ever have a pilot?
We're driving a Tesla.
Exactly.
Who's driving us?
I always need a pilot, dude. Like I mean, not always. I think I can be a pretty good leader sometimes. I was a supervisor one time, remember? Like
You were my supervisor. My very first job.
and I know that people thought I was like a kook. You know what? I was actually pretty much myself, like in class and just doing my own thing. I loved it. I don't know, something happened. But anyway, we're about to be off the air. But so we are so excited.
Yes.
That we're going to go on this little journey together. We broke out of our shell. We're still kind of breaking out. It's tricky. It is tricky once you have been conditioned to be not only conditioned to be through trauma and abuse and self-hatred, but also by society who makes you think that what you're thinking, because you're not thinking like everybody else, that you're weird or it's wrong. And I'm over it. I'm done. I'm coming out, man.
Coming out. Coming out. That could be a whole episode just right there, just society, and
Yes.
can't get into it right now, but
yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about it. So we're going to let you guys know when and where you can find our show. Certainly we could take a Monday spot on here, or we'll figure it out whether we're going to be on YouTube, whether we're going to be on some other podcast platform. But like Full Blown Country says, people need to hear this and help them break out too. That's why we said that we might be your peoples.
We might be your peoples. I firmly believe that we are, that our people we will find our people, and our people will find us through this. That is my prayer and hope for this.
Absolutely. That's a perfect way to end the show. Ashleigh, I thank you so much for coming on. So whenever we go off, thanks everybody for listening and chiming in. I'm going to end this, and then you're no longer going to be on here. So you're going to have to log out of your stuff. But I love you, and I'll text you in a minute. Okay, good job.
Good job.
Good job, team.
Good job.
Bye. Good night, y'all.
From Burleson to Venus and Grand